Hi, my name is Sophia, and today we're going to be covering topic 3.4 of the ACE International History textbook, Why Did the War Break Out in 1939? Let's start with a key term, pause if needed. Moving on. Let's start with a turning point. The German occupation of Czechoslovakia marked the clear failure of appeasement. Until this point, Neville Chamberlain believed that limited concessions could maintain peace, and after this violation, he accepted that Hitler could not be trusted. In his March 1939 speech, Chamberlain warned that Britain would not resist further aggression, even at the risk of war. Now onto the British rearmament in detail. After the World War I, Britain reduced military spending heavily under the 10-year rule, assuming no major war would occur, and this left Britain unprepared during the early 1930s. The Japanese invasion of Manchuria exposed global instability and led Britain to abandon this assumption in 1932. The British Defence Requirement Subcommittee evaluated these threats. In the 1934, it reported that a war was possible within 5 years, but Britain should focus on Japan and empire defense. In the 1936 report, it stated that the war against Germany, Italy, and Japan is likely and difficult to win. Rearmament increased but remained limited by economic constraints from the Great Depression. The military focus included the expansion of the Royal Air Force with Spitfires and Hurricanes, the strengthening of Royal Navy, the slow development of the Army, and that the British Expeditionary Force was created in 1938 to support France. The radar systems and anti-aircraft defenses improved, and despite this, Britain remained weaker than Germany in 1939, especially on land. End of appeasement and the Polish Guarantee. After Czechoslovakia, Britain abandoned appeasement. The key step was the Anglo-Polish Agreement. Britain promised to defend Poland if it was attacked. This transformed a regional dispute into a potential European war. Hitler demanded control of Danzig and access through the Polish corridor. Some saw these demands as consistent with self-determination. But Poland, supported by Britain, refused, and this hardened the positions on both sides. Now onto the failure of collective security and alliances. Britain and France attempted to form an alliance with the Soviet Union, and negotiations failed due to the deep distrust of communism, the Soviet suspicion after the Munich Conference, and the Polish refusal to allow Soviet troops on its territory. This failure removed a major deterrent to Germany. The Nazi-Soviet Pact explained. In August 1939, Germany and the USSR signed the Nazi-Soviet Pact. The public term was the non-aggression. The secret terms included the division of Eastern Europe, including Poland. Stalin's motives included the avoidance of isolation after failed Western talks, to gain time to prepare military, to expand Soviet influence westward, and to avoid immediate conflict with Germany. And Hitler's motives were to prevent a two-front war, to secure raw materials from the USSR, and to ensure rapid victory in Poland. This pact made war highly likely and removed the last major obstacle for Germany. Now onto the immediate outbreak of war. Hitler used a staged border incident as justification. On September 1st, 1939, Germany launched the invasion of Poland. The attack used blitzkrieg tactics, which is the rapid movement of tanks, aircraft, and infantry. Britain and France issued ultimatums demanding withdrawal. Germany ignored them. And on September 3rd, 1939, both declared war. World War II officially began. On September 17, the USSR invaded eastern Poland under the pact. Poland was quickly defeated and divided. And the long-term causes for this war included that the Treaty of Versailles created resentment in Germany, League of Nations failed to enforce peace, the Great Depression destabilized economies and politics, and the rise of dictatorships increased aggressive policies. And all in all, war broke out due to a combination of long-term instability and immediate decisions in 1939. Appeasement delayed conflict, but it strengthened Germany. The invasion of Poland turned into a global war. This is the timeline, and that's it.